What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Glad you're here with us. If you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that push notification bell, and maybe leave a comment below about how your lunch was today. I had Jimmy John's. It was fantastic, although it took like 45 minutes. That's not very freaky fast to you, man. Come on. Anyway, today's video, I figured I'd do a little tattoo tour. If you guys have noticed, I've gotten a few tattoos. Maybe you've seen stuff on social media or whatever, kind of like soft launching. I didn't really make like a big like I got a tattoo post, but I'm now on, I think I have 9 tattoos on my body. I got my first one, as you guys know, you may remember, in January of 2020, pretty much right before COVID. And then my most recent one was literally 2 days ago. So kind of gonna walk through all those and just like put it out there, what I got and what we got going. Let's get it. So we'll start with the first one. A lot of you guys may remember this one. I made a separate video on this, but this one was the first one I got. Not this one right now, don't look at that one. Just this one right here. Like I said, got it in January 2020. I made a video on this, like I said, and if you guys want to watch it, I'll link it right there. But essentially, it's a tribute piece to my Uncle Jesse. Rest in peace. He was unfortunately killed while riding his bike in 2018, and it was just obviously really hard. It hit me really hard. It was probably like by far the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. So yeah, I basically around that time heard a song by Josh Groban called River. I was actually at his show with my mom. We were like in the second row, and he had just come out with a new song, and it's essentially about like, it's a lot about grief and like mourning and just like being depressed. I'm not, as you guys know, I'm like a super happy dude. And I'm not trying to like make the video down. It's gonna get, none of the other tattoos are this deep, but the first one was just like a really meaningful, and that was kind of how I decided to get a tattoo. I was like, if I'm gonna get a tattoo, it's gonna be something like super special and meaningful, and sat on the idea for quite a while. Essentially heard that song, a few of the lyrics just like really connected with me, and that song just like really helped me through that time. So I actually arranged it for my a cappella group, shout out to the other guys, and we performed it at the winter concert, which was actually on my 21st birthday. And I also posted that one's right up here if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, essentially took this right from my arrangement. I literally brought them the arrangement. And it's the end of the chorus that says, "It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break." You can kind of go around it. Maybe I can get a better view on it later, but that's essentially what that one is. So super special, obviously super meaningful to me. Got a piece of him with me all the time. Hope you're proud up there, Uncle Jay. Then the next ones I got, I'm gonna have to I got like a makeshift tripod up here. I'm gonna kind of angle it down for these. So these ones are on the legs. So as you can see on the thighs, we got the treble clef there. We got the block eye there. We got the golf clubs there. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I think you can see that. Essentially the meaning behind those ones, they're obviously way less deep. It's just like, music's a big part of my life. Got the treble clef. Kind of like, if you think about it, since the beginning, like I've always been into music, but then I officially started playing the violin when I was 4. I was in orchestra, all that stuff, obviously throughout my... Man, he's calling me, excuse me. And then the block eye, obviously, went to U of I. My mom went to U of I, it's always been a big part of my life. And that, I mean, I'd say that was my most transformational years. Those are probably some of the best years of my life up until that point. And kind of just like, yeah, means a lot to me. So I put the block eye. And then we got the golf clubs. Obviously golf too, like, I mean, between music, golf, and U of I, those are like a lot of my passions right there. So yeah, kind of made sense to me to do that. Those are the thigh tats. Got those done in, I think, August, around August of this year. So yeah, essentially got that first one in 2020 and then took like a gap. I didn't really mean to take a gap. I guess it was just like like COVID happened and then like school was going on and like doing stuff like that, but yeah. Moving on next, I do have some more plans for stuff. I'm not gonna quite reveal it yet, but at this point in time, these 9 are kind of gonna stay for a minute. There's probably gonna be a little bit, so I get another one. Obviously tattoos add up expense-wise. We'll move on to the next one I got, which is the arm piece, kind of like the base of a little sleeve action here. So essentially what I wanted to do with this arm is it to be like my life, like my life journey. So what I did, I started up here with 1101, get a good look at that. pretty fresh on that one too. Essentially, that just represents where I grew up, the house I literally lived in. I was brought home from the hospital at birth, lived there all the way through. I moved out into this place. Obviously, like during college, it was like my second home, but that's my home base. My parents still live there. I had that same desk in that room since I've had since I was a kid. Like all my goals were carved into that and stuff. You guys know I'm a big goal setter. There's a goal video coming out soon, New Year's Eve, like I always do. I think this will be like the 4th year straight I'm doing it. Kind of like reflecting on the year's prior goals and setting the year's future goals. It's kind of just a cool way for me to like track that. And for you guys to see it too if you want, kind of like hold myself accountable. But yeah, basically that's what I wanted to do with this arm, is like make it a life journey. So got the 1101 up there, kind of representing like that's where it all started. That was my place, and like my family is the most important thing to me. If you guys know me, you know I'm very family oriented. That's everything. So, and kind of just representing that, yeah, I mean, I have the same bedroom from literally when I was brought home to when I moved out. And on that desk, I mean, we look back at that desk, there's literally like stuff from high school carded, like want to make madrigals, want to make all-state choir, like stuff like that. And then like stuff throughout my job too, like obviously COVID happened. I did my internship from that desk. I accepted my job offer from that desk. I worked at my first job on that desk. So like just represents a lot to me, kind of just being like where it all started, the home base. So that's why the 1101's there. And then as you can see, you may have seen this before, but essentially we have a cord wrapping all the way around my arm to this microphone right here. The inspiration behind that one was, obviously you guys know, like I love singing, I'm a singer, and that's been a huge part of my life. Even before I started doing it like for real, I guess, or taking it seriously, I was always singing. There's a recording out there of me singing Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day when I was like 6 years old. I'll actually try to put some of that in this if I can find it. But anyway, yeah, so that was kind of that. Obviously, like, it kind of represents music being the commonality and common factor throughout my life that kind of ties everything together. It's going around the whole arm. And I just really love this old style type of microphone. I was kind of like, I knew the idea for this for a while, like the life arm, and wanted something to like tie it all together and wrap it around. And I was kind of like sitting on it for a while, thinking about different ideas. And then it just like hit me. I was like, microphone cord. So essentially just like, again, kind of like little metaphorical there. Starting at the top, it's kind of like where it plugs in, where it got the power from. And that's the 1101, kind of like the home base, right? And then coming all the way around and goes down to down here, just being the microphone. And it also kind of represents that like I'm always singing in a way, because it's like in my hand that I'd hold the microphone with, right? Singing. So there you have that. And then this last one I got here, this most recent one, Mite Semper. You guys know the word Semper from Semper Fi, potentially. I'm trying to get you guys a good view of that. That one's still healing up. It's a little fresh. What it means is send it always. That's right. I know you guys may be thinking like that's kind of stupid. For me, yeah, definitely send it. Like the full send, all that stuff started as kind of like a meme and a joke, and just like people be like, yeah, send it. But as cliche as it may sound to you, that is really kind of my catchphrase at this point. I feel like in every aspect of life, kind of going back, I've basically been, that's kind of like the mentality I've tried to embody. Like pretty much send it when it comes to anything, like accomplishing goals, school, music, etc. Just like golf, like whatever, just like kind of send it. An area of sending we do need to be less sendy and less full sendy in is the old chicken nugget area. Big plans coming in the new year. You guys have already heard about that. If you listen to the podcast, which you should check that out. We're just starting that back up too. You may notice a little theme. We're kind of getting back on the content. Because what I said in my last video and the podcast is like I just enjoy the day-to-day more when I have something like this that I can do, kind of like utilizing my creativity and my outlet, just, you know, besides my day-to-day job. And honestly, that's something I recommend for everyone, whatever your hobby is, whatever your passion is. Just have something outside of your actual job and career and what you do for a living that you can kind of like enjoy and put your effort into. And I just like being busy. Obviously I work a full-time job, a lot of stuff going on, planning a wedding and stuff like that, but my life is better when I'm creating content and sharing it with you guys. So hope you're enjoying it. All the links will be down below, but yeah, all that to be a long way of saying I've always kind of just embodied that send it mentality. It started as a meme, became like kind of a way of life for me. It, again, sounds really cliche. And like we said, gotta start sending a little more in the fitness aspect. But other than that, I think that's kind of representative. So yeah, Mite Semper. Why it's in Latin, you may ask. It's just cooler and it's kind of funny. People are like, oh, is that some like super profound quote? And I'm like, no. Yeah. All right. Also, it was my birthday yesterday. I'm 24. That's freaking crazy. The Kobe year. Rip. I feel like 24, you just cannot claim childhood anymore. You're just like a full-on adult. I'm still, of course, gonna try, but I just feel like you're really beyond. I mean, you're still far removed from 21, which at one point you view as like the peak. Now you're just old. Next year I'm gonna be 25, halfway through my 20s. Yikes. But I feel like until we go 30, it's not gonna go quite downhill, right? So let's get it. But anyway, moving on to the next one. Actually, no, never mind. Before that one, it's this one. I got this one done at the same time as the Mite Semper. We got on the hands here. Got some finger tats. In order, it is 7/09/14, if you see on the thumb there. What that represents is, you guys may know, the day Maddie and I started dating. And actually, coincidentally, Maddie's mom's birthday. Shout out Tiff, this one's for you. No, but obviously, you know, you guys know, Maddie and I are engaged, we're getting married. I love Maddie so much. She is my person, my best friend, and someone that's been there pretty much through everything. I mean, we kind of, in a sense, grew up together too, which is crazy. We were friends before that. And obviously, like, she's super important to me. So decided to get those on the fingers just to represent like one of the most important days of my life, I feel like, because, you know, made that decision to ask her out and look where we are now. It's kind of been amazing and I've been super blessed to have her in my life. So yeah, decided to get that one on the finger, and actually using the word blessed is quite fitting considering my next tattoo literally says blessed. This one is actually with my mom. You guys may be like, whoa, your mom got a tattoo? Yes, she did. And I'm sure she'll be posting about that too. Actually, here, I'm gonna try to give you like a good view of it. Yeah, that one's pretty fresh. Got that done 2 days ago. So essentially, this is in my mom's handwriting. And is this like backwards for you guys? I hope it's not. My mom had been talking about it for a minute. She likes the idea. Way back in the day, we were talking about what we were gonna do for our first dance, or our mother-son dance. I don't know what you call it exactly, but at the wedding. Something that both came to our minds. It was pretty obvious, is like the song Blessed by Elton John, which essentially, when I was born, I mean, obviously I don't remember this, but they do. She just like, they were listening to a lot, and it's kind of about like a son, and just like how much they mean to you, and how much you love them, and how much they just like light up your world. So very sweet. You guys should listen to the song, it's actually really good. Elton John's awesome. But yeah, so that's the song we chose, kind of like representative of our relationship. So we decided to get that tattooed on us, and actually in each other's handwriting. So for her birthday, I got that for us as a present. This is my mom's handwriting. Like, my handwriting's on her. I'll put a picture right here. And I think that actually looks pretty good. People are like, yo, you have shitty handwriting. I'm like, I do when I don't try. When I'm just like, but like if I actually try, I feel like I have pretty decent handwriting. It was funny when I like sent the pictures to the guy, my guy Aiden, shout out Aiden. Sent the pictures, and then like what they'll do is like print out. I don't know if you guys know how tattoos work, but with most stuff, they literally just like stencil it on. So they'll just like put it on your skin and then take it off. And it's like, do you like that placement? Okay, cool. And then they literally just like trace over it. Some stuff has to be freehand, like this line. Obviously you can't really stencil that, so they just kind of had to do that. But yeah, that's how, like, I mean, the microphone and stuff like that, that'd be really tough. I used to, when I didn't know anything about tattoos, I was like, how do they just like do that? But obviously some stuff is like that, but anyway. We kind of brought it in, and he like printed out multiple different sizes of the writing to be like, which one do you guys like? And then my handwriting, which is what mom was getting, even the smallest size she thought was too big for her. And for me, the biggest size, I was like, can I get a little bigger? So that was kind of funny, but that's also my first color. We got the red heart there. And like I said, that one's pretty fresh, a couple days, so still healing. But yeah, that's all my 9 tattoos. So we got one on the left thigh, the treble clef, just representing music. We got the block eye and the golf clubs on the right thigh. Obviously the tribute to Uncle Jesse on the left bicep. We have the blessed tattoo with my mom here. We have the anniversary right here. And also I got this because I will, at one point, you know, when we get married, get our wedding anniversary, probably right here. This is a really important day too. Obviously, like, it's not gonna be our main anniversary once we get married, but I do think it's still very important and a crucial part of who I am. We got the 1101, where it all began. the plug-in going throughout, music representing throughout all my life. Mite Semper, which means send it always. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Might have been a little bit of a quicker video. But yeah, that's kind of just what we got going. Definitely looking forward to bringing you guys weekly videos. Like I said, we're hopping on the podcast weekly, and we're doing the videos weekly. Again, I can't promise there won't be a week or two here and there that I miss, but I'm really excited and really looking forward to like this next year in the content journey. Because like I said, throughout this past year, I kind of just realized I enjoy the day-to-day and just like life a lot more when I'm doing this kind of stuff and like utilizing my passion and creativity beyond just like my desk job. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Share the video if you want. Let me know what you thought. Let's get it. Peace out.
Just cause I'm lean, it don't mean that I won't be right by your side when you need me and you can't see me in the middle of the night. Just close your eyes and say a prayer. It's okay, I know you're scared when I'm not here, but I'll always be right there, even though I'm leaving.